Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's happening? You already know. Always trying to click on live on Instagram. I'm live on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. What's up, y'all? What is going on? If you're new to me, my name is Ana Divisayo Biojo. I am a speaker, author, soul cultivator, and strategist, host of the Community Well podcast, the host of the Wife at the Well meetup, wife to Lamia Biojo, mama to the three G's, Grant, Grayson, and Gianna. Most importantly, daughter of the Most High. That is me. That is I. We're chilling. It's a weird angle. I wish I could put you up here. Okay, so we're in the kitchen. I was supposed to do meal prep. I'm gonna get to that. Anyways, so again, if you're new to me, we're doing this consistency challenge going live. I've done it before, but before I did going live Monday through Friday. This time I'm going live every single day in the month of July. It is day 22. We haven't missed a day. Honey, we've been here tired. We've been here, all the things, but we've been here. Day 22. And we have a few more days to go. So we're in the kitchen. I was supposed to do meal prep. So I've been God's been on me about meal prepping because, we save money, we eat healthier. Hey, boo. So I've been trying. Can you guys hear me? Not because of this, because of the fan. I'm if I turn it off, then the alarm goes off because I'm not doing a lot. But yeah, so I've been meal prepping and I'm loving it, except for, I like eating out. Anyways, so I just prep a bunch of protein, veggies, whatever. Thank you, boo. So I'll prep 3 proteins, veggies, and potatoes and rice and whatever, because the boys eat a lot. They're always hungry. And the kids are home, so they'll just grab whatever. And he works from home. We're all home in some aspect. So it gets expensive. So everybody has food options, choices. Tomorrow we fast with my wife group, the ministry that I get to steward every Wednesday. And so I've been prepping on Tuesdays. So I was gonna prep chicken, ground beef, and pork chops, and I was gonna make rice, potatoes, and veggies. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm tapped. I am tapped, and I'd rather be rested because I have to wake up tomorrow and lead prayer. You know what I mean? So I'm it's all right. I'll just prep enough for tomorrow, because when I'm fasting, I forget to feed these people. So I'm everybody fasting, we all fasting. So I'm just gonna make chicken. I don't think I can show you. This is the pork chops. Pork chops seasoned. The blue pot is the chicken. I'm parboiling the chicken. It's so good. You season it, parboil it, and then it's there. And then you just throw it in the air fryer. Whoever is hungry or whatever, they just grab it, put it in the air fryer, call it a day. So it's fresh. It feels fresh because my family is picky. And that's my fault. Okay. But let me see. I'm going to do that in a second. I'm actually not going to fully cook. I can't do that yet. I can multitask with y'all and cook at the same time. Maybe if I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to have my friend come on with me. Because I just don't like the lag. While I'm doing something, I can't talk. Nobody heard my accent. I just can't. The multitasking sometimes don't be popping up for me, But what I felt on my heart today was a continuation of yesterday. A lot of people are waiting on knowing all the steps before they take the leap of faith. And God is saying, go, and I will show you. And it's you're paralyzed in the moment, and you're what you're feeling is not God's not telling you to go. What you're feeling is a lack of movement. So when you're not going and you're not in alignment, everything you're feeling, the discomfort, the pain, the confusion, that's not from God. So what you're feeling is so uncomfortable because God is trying to get you to move. And all you have to do is take the first step, however small that is. God will honor that. The first part is saying yes. Come into agreement with whatever God is asking you to do. Say, yes, God, I surrender. I will go wherever you ask me to go. I will do whatever you want me to do. I will say whatever you want me to say. Just come into agreement with that first. And then God will show up, because he's sort of waiting for you. You're I want you to show up, but you're not even giving him full permission. Say yes first. and then ask him to show you what the first step is, or just go and take the first step. For us, I remember when we were in Georgia and God wanted us to move to Texas. I'll talk about that because that's more recent, but we did move from Massachusetts to Georgia and then Georgia to Texas. But in Georgia, we were comfortable because we also didn't want to have our boys specifically take that leap of faith again, because that was a lot. We left a lot behind in Massachusetts. And so we were like, we were scared. Moving with kids is no joke. Anyways, the first thing I was like, I kept seeing Texas license plates. And I'm not talking about one, two. Every single day I would see multiple, more than 5 a day. I would go on a walk on my street. Anywhere I would go, it was Texas, Texas, Texas. And I was like, okay, so Texas. Y'all know Texas is mad big. We have family in Texas. So our first step was like, all right, Lord, we'll go wherever you want us to. And then we went to visit Houston because we have family in Houston. And it was just about taking a step to go to Texas, wherever in Texas. It didn't matter because we didn't know. I'm like, where in Texas, Lord, right? I started applying for jobs in Texas, and we went to Houston. The only good thing about Houston was our family. I was like, well, what is this? And it's like, people love Houston, and I love that for them. But I literally feel like God hid certain parts from us. I'm not even joking, because it wasn't for us. And it was like, this is awful, awful. Like, it was just awful. I don't know how to explain it, but because it wasn't for us, right? But that was our first step. We went to Houston, and it was like, okay. After that, and I was applying for jobs, that's when God, and the jobs that I applied for were lower. Where, mind you, at that time I was working remote. I applied for a job that seemed so good, but it was lower, and not even in how do I say this? So I applied to be a coach at a company where I was making less than I was making, and I would have to physically go somewhere. But I applied to that job in Dallas because I was like, this is my leap. If you want me to take this job, you're going to figure something out, right? And it was about taking those steps. We went to Houston, Texas, realized that ain't it. And then I applied for this job. I ended up getting the job, which was insane because they ended up, hang on, y'all. My reminders. I ended up getting the job, and that's a whole faith story of its own, because then we came to visit Dallas, got the job, and they ended up offering me more money, making and giving me a higher position than a coach. I was a program director. So it was like, take that first step. I applied to a job that I was overqualified for, making less money. I would have to go in person rather than remote how I had been. But I was like, wherever you want me to go and however you need to get us to Texas, wherever you want us in Texas, we will do it. Granted, after 10 weeks, we arrived in Dallas, and God told me to leave the job because he used it as a vehicle to get us to Texas and to get us for my husband to stop teaching, because at that point he had to stop teaching, but he had to take that leap of faith. And that's a whole nother testimony. He was like, I'm going to stop teaching. I'm going to make a pivot into tech. You just have to take the first step. He said, I'm going to take a boot camp. And that's his, own. But it was a blessing because we needed him at home. As the boys were getting older and being teenagers, baby, he was a teacher. And educators, man, they do the most. He would leave at 7 o'clock in the morning and be back by 6 p.m. to pick up the kids, take them to practice. And it's like, but he had to make that decision too, to be like, I'm going to take that step. I don't know what that looks like. I've been teaching for over a decade. I've been, a coach, and just my next step would go into admin. Sorry. Like, education was his thing. That's all he knew. But he's like, this is no longer, I don't feel fulfilled by this. This is no longer in alignment. So he took a step, and he took a tech boot camp, right? So he took the tech boot camp. I applied for a position that I was overqualified for because I knew we had to move to Texas. Like, it was just these steps, and they didn't line up like boom, boom, boom. That's a whole different story. I'm going to tell y'all that again, maybe tomorrow. Okay. Maybe we'll come back with that tomorrow. But today is just about taking the first step. You cannot see the full staircase, but you need to trust God. That is the part about faith. Sorry if I'm yelling, y'all. It's the fan. But that's faith. That is this journey of faith that people don't talk about. It's so uncomfortable. It's so scary. But it's about knowing that God got you. And that's why I always come back to the evidence list. Make an evidence list. What has God done for you in the past? He's done it before. He can do it again, and he will do it again. He's not a man that he shall lie. So guess what? Stand on that. Stand on the word. Stand on the truth, and take the leap. Just one baby step. Just one step, and know that he will guide you, direct you. And if it's a wrong way, he'll direct you in the right path. So that's all I got for today. I felt like the Lord really wanted to emphasize on yesterday's word, which you can go back. Miss Gigi girl came to visit, but yesterday was about not knowing, walking by faith, and God saying go, and that's all He said. He said go. He didn't tell you where. He didn't say. Well, He told Abram. He said go to the land that I will show you. What land? Where? I will show you. Just go. So I felt like today was just emphasis on that. We are fasting tomorrow with the wives from the Wife at the Well, my wife community, the community that I get to steward. I am so excited because God's been showing out. If you see this video in time, join us. I'll be off social media. I'll check it tonight. So if you join, you should be able to get info or message me. I'll try to look latest by tonight, 9 p.m. again. But if not, you can join us. We'll be fasting next Wednesday as well. And we'll have our meetups. We're growing. I'm excited. God is doing a thing. Okay. God is doing a thing. So we'll be doing that 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. CST. Prayer starts at 6 a.m. CST. I'll see what the Lord wants me to do, because last week He wanted me to pray, come on live in the morning, and I was not obedient, and it was, yeah, let me see if I come in the morning and pray with y'all, okay? All right. I love y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. The necessary 2 fingers.